I also remember the quick story from my tennis coach. His name was Larry Justice. The day that I said I want to be a professional tennis player, he sat us down and he said, "All right, Shane, this is the path that you need to take." He said, "Are you the best player at this tennis club right now?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "I agree. Are you the best tennis player in the city?" And I said, "I don't think so." And he said, "Okay, well, that's next. Are you the best player in the county?" I said, "Well, if I was the best player in the city, I'm not the best player in the county." And he said, "You're definitely not." And he said, "Then you have to be the best player in California. Then you got to be the best player in the United States. And until you're the best player in the city, you don't even think about being a professional tennis player, right? Like you got to put your eyes on that right now." And then he said, "And I know that sounds impossible. When I was a kid, I was never the best tennis player in my city." He said, I played, journey tournaments and I grinded and I moved forward. I graduated high school. I wasn't even top 50 best players in the United States in high school. But then a lot of these players that were better than me didn't go to college for tennis. Then all of a sudden, I was top 30 in the country because all these people who were ahead of me quit. And then I was never the best college tennis player in the country, but then I retired from school and all these people who are better than me are lawyers now. And now all of a sudden I'm one of the best players in the country. And it's not because I am, it's just because I'm still here and I'm still waking up and I'm showing up every day. And then he said, well, then all of a sudden these people start having families and kids and all this other stuff. And now I'm top 5 best in the country. And then, I'm top 200 best in the world. And he was like, at no point was I ever the best at anything, but I just kept showing up. And other people, it's like a war of attrition. They'll start falling all around you. And then all of a sudden I was walking in the opening ceremony of the Olympics. Yeah. And he was like, if you asked me as a high school player, are you good enough to walk in the opening ceremony of the Olympics? I would have laughed in your face. But then here I was. You have to try and be the best player in the city. Try to be the best player in the state. But at the end of the day, it's a war of attrition. And the most powerful thing you can do every day is just continue to show up. And that's just what I did.
Well, that's the growth mindset, right? It's so important. And I think that to take that story and put it into what I see in a lot of young athletes that are really good at sports really young don't end up being, it's dangerous, really dangerous. I see people all the time like, hey, he's the best 4th grader. And I'm like, okay, that's fantastic. Now, I mean, if you get a kid like that somehow is that good, that young, and is able to develop a growth mindset and keep working, sky's the limit for a kid like that. Yeah. But those two are so hard to come together, right? It's so hard.